Hey everyone, how are you? No, seriously, how are you? Good? Okay? Or maybe not so good? Or maybe awful? Let's be honest. Are you feeling an increased level of anxiety or stress? Are you feeling restless? If you are, you're in pretty good company. The American Psychological Association, they released a big study in November 2023. It was called Stress in America 2023, a nation recovering from collective trauma. Now, this study showed the long-term stress sustained since the COVID-19 pandemic. It's had a significant impact on people's physical and mental well-being. So, long story short, a lot of people in America are feeling stressed and restless. Yet, we soldier on, right? We don't stop. Just do it, right? We push through. So again, how are you? How are you? In this week's sermon, I encourage you to move from a state of restlessness to restfulness through the God-given and God-ordained practice of Sabbath. Now, I share three main points. First is this, the foundation of Sabbath. Sabbath is a God-ordained rhythm of life. You see, Sabbath is God's design for our lives. It is woven into creation as a God-designed rhythm of work and rest. You see that in Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 to 3. Simply put, you and I, we are created, we are designed by God to rest. You're not a machine. You don't work 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, and no rest. That's not God's design for you. You're not a machine. You're designed to rest. So God's Sabbath is a gift to us. It's a gift that God blesses and He considers holy. That's important. The second aspect of Sabbath is this, that there's a freedom of Sabbath, or freedom to Sabbath. In Exodus chapter 20, the command to remember the Sabbath is grounded in creation. In Deuteronomy chapter 5, the command is grounded in liberation or freedom. In other words, in Exodus, Sabbath is about a rhythm of life, right? We just talked about that. In Deuteronomy, Sabbath is about resistance. You see, God's Sabbath rest reminds us that we are free. We're not slaves from the many things that demand our time, our energy, and attention. And the third thing that I want to share with you about Sabbath is this, that there is a fulfillment of Sabbath in the person of Jesus Christ. See, Jesus teaches us that Sabbath is not about a day, but a person. Jesus said in Mark 2 and Matthew 12 that He is the Lord of the Sabbath. And what's so bold and incredible about that statement is that He isn't saying that He will point us towards rest. No, He's saying that He is the rest and that He will give you the rest. Why? Because as the Lord of the Sabbath, the deepest rest, the rest that our soul longs for, the rest that our soul yearns and craves, can only come from Jesus. Jesus is our living, breathing, soul-refreshing Sabbath. That's really good news, amen? And in Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30, Jesus gives everyone this amazing invitation. This invitation isn't for those who think they have it all together. It's not for those who don't have a care or stress in the world. No, this invitation is for those who feel weary, pretty burdened by life, those who are stressed out, burned out, restless. Jesus invites them to come to Him, the Lord of Sabbath, and He will give them rest. So folks, I pray that your growth group meeting this week will be encouraging. I hope it's uplifting. I also hope it will challenge you. I pray that your discussions will inspire everyone to move and draw closer to Jesus and experience His soul refreshing, soul filling, soul satisfying rest. Amen. God bless you all.